Hey guys, Vaughn here with the Monster Vlog, and welcome to another day of baby steps on our way to 10K a day. So we're going to be starting off here with a march. If at any point through our workout today you want to decrease the intensity or decrease the complexity of the move, just come back here to a march, find your own pace and be there. Bring it if you got it, but otherwise we showed up. And quite frankly, for me at least, that's one of the hardest parts. So we're already here, we're already winning. Let's go. Let's go ahead and keep that march going and incorporate some breath arms. Inhale up, down, up, down. And I'm using my breath at every opportunity as a chance to just release. So we're gonna keep this march going, and let's bring it forward and back. High fives, congratulations that we showed up today. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm very, very looking forward to being finished up with this baby step program so that we can move on to new things. I call it rotating my pasture. I don't want to overgraze one realm because I get kind of tired of it. And so I like to rotate my pasture into something else. And I'm really looking forward, since today is actually, at the time of recording, the first weekend that I don't have belly dance since the start of the new year. Like when those classes picked up. So like since January, like mid-January. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. It's been a very kind of depressing day. Every project we have tried to tackle, it feels like has failed, but that's okay. It's not failed. We just get to an obstacle that we can't, that is insurmountable to us at this time. Let's march, 2, 3, tap, march, 2, 3, tap, march, 2, 3, tap, march, 2, 3, tap. There we go. Like the spigot that our hose hooks up to, it was leaky. So we got under the house and we turned that off. And then we were like, well, maybe we can just change the spigot. Well, if only it were that easy. Tap, march, 2, 3, tap, march, 2, 3, tap. Keep it going. So there was that. And so it's like, and we do not have plumber money right now. So I don't have any seedlings or anything started anyways. So I just won't be having a spring garden. We made it through the storms and everything, all the wind. That was kind of scary. But we're all right. Tap, step, 2, 3, tap, step, 2, 3, tap. And that's just one example of it's not been that bad. Let's march forward and back. It's not that bad. It just has us really in kind of a dour mood. But we'll get through. We are resilient. And if we're good at anything, it's trudging through the suck. So keeping that going. Oh, and then we went and checked out the handmade and vintage market that we were hoping that we could start vending at. And this is apparently the last time they're having it until October. So I don't guess we'll be vending there until October. But the lighting looked okay. It did look like they had electrical options. So that was nice. Just trying to mitigate our expectations of, if I can go to a place and check it out before paying a vendor fee and going through all the work to go and set up just to find out that it's terrible. Well, that's good I like to find that out beforehand if I can. So that was a little, discouraging to me, but it'll be all right. We made a whole mess of earrings. That was really nice. Let's march for one more round. There's gonna be a lot of marching today, just because that's all I got the brain for, honestly. We're not doing just marching. There's a good bit of marching. I always look forward to hearing from you guys and how you're doing and what you're dealing with down in the comments. And I'm kind of excited to share some of my favorite recipes with you guys in future videos too. Let's come now into a step, tap, tap. Adding in some small arm circles. But because there's some different recipes, it's like, I don't know how other folks cook. I certainly don't cook like how I see folks do it in like cooking shows and stuff with style and flair. I'm just kind of like, ooh, this is a fine slop. But if it tastes good, that's my priority. Let's keep the step tap going, but change direction with our arms. But I'm really interested in not just doing calorie breakdowns of my meals, but actually finding out how much each meal is costing me financially and kind of sharing that in the videos and stuff too. Just taking a look at it. But I don't know if I want to be putting that here on the Vonster vlog, or I've been really thinking about starting another, like, I don't know if it's going to be a YouTube channel or a TikTok, but I'll let you all know whenever we decide. But I told myself if I thought I was going to do it, I'm just going to go ahead and like make like 5 to 10 videos and save them for, okay, now I'll post it, you know, once I get that, and see if I still have enthusiasm after 4 or 5 videos. Because I don't want to be juggling a ton of channels, but the Vonster vlog and our craft channel, our business channel, Back to Earth Creations, aren't doing so hot, and we're doing the same thing we always have, so I don't really know, you know, what that's about. So I kind of wanted to test and see if maybe a new channel, maybe algorithmically that would do better. We'll see. Coming back to that step tap, and when you're ready, let's add the reach across. Because it, you know, for a little while I was like, well, maybe I don't need to be doing the same thing I've always been doing. And I tried to like, you know, do what would be algorithmically pleasing, and that just like sucks the soul right out of me, y'all. And so I figure if the thing that we've always been doing has been what we're passionate about, then that's what we need to keep doing. Let's do that dip. And I tell you what, I am passionate about changing my life. I want to make the best home for myself and my husband and our family as I can. And a whole lot of that has to do with taking care of myself, because my husband and I can't run our business to the best of our ability if our health starts to fail us. So it's a big business priority for us to be taking care of our health like this. Let's march. More of that forward and back. And I tell you what, mental health is so important. So with every exhale, just letting go of all these burdens in my backpack that have been, all these ropes of things I'm trying to control and hold on to, just gonna let it go. And I will deal with things as they come up. Because gosh, nothing depresses us like getting into the house and seeing how this whole ship is held together with rust and cobwebs. Like, there was one of the support beams had like tipped over. It was just, so we just pushed it back into spot, and we were like, oh no, this is so outside of our skill set. We'll figure it out. We always do. But again, it felt like a bunch of gut punches right in a row today. So I'm very happy to be here and working it out with y'all. Listening to the music. And I keep losing track of, on my notes, of where I'm at. Because again, when I'm stressed, it's like my mind's trying to grab that smoke in the wind, trying to capture a thought. So I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself today. When in doubt, march it out. All right, let's march in place. And from here, let's do backstroke arms. This is it from the side. And I lit a candle because that makes me really happy. I like to smell the smell of it. My sense of smell is coming back. Cleaning the litter box has become less fun, but you know, that is what it is. It was really nice. I smelled hyacinths, and our daffodils are smelling really nice too. Let's change direction. So now it's more like a front stroke. with our arms, just reaching through our fingertips. The forsythia is starting to come into bloom. And let's march forward and back. But yeah, I say make a nice home for, myself and my husband and our family, because really that's what I have control over. Like, there's so much uncertainty and everything in the wider world. On this quarter acre, this is our bubble of things that I can actually influence, short of trying to send out good vibes in these videos. And so if I'm feeling overwhelmed, it really helps me to just kind of try to tidy up the ship and keep everything chugging along and make at least being here, even though it's a fixer-upper, that we do not have the money or the skill to fix up, to try to make it a warm and happy and welcoming home. Keeping that march going forward and back. And sometimes that feels like it's just not enough. Not from anybody else, but just from within me. But I'm in a better position to be helpful to the ones I care about if I'm able to make stability in my home. So let's come into that step tap. So that's my thinking along those lines. And then one step out from that is trying to be a good friend to my friends. And I feel like I'm failing at that as well. But I'm cutting kind of that thought line out of my mind. And instead of feeling guilt that I don't talk to my friends or text them enough, I'm just going to text them. And skip feeling guilty and just text them. So I'm going to reach over. But I love my friends. I'm just not good at being sociable whenever we're not directly face to face. And I have to trust that my friends love me and understand. So that's what that is. Sorry, these baby steps have essentially become my verbal diary. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be just verbal diarrhea at you. And let's do one more round. We can do a nice boom, boom. There we go. Daily reminder of how far we have come since that first 5-minute baby step. We've already blown that out of the water just today, just in this little bit we've done already. A reminder that how difficult it was for me to keep up with moving and talking at the same time. Let's march. Little victories, little victories. They don't have to be related to what's on the scale. They don't even have to be related to how I feel in my clothing, even though I feel absolutely fire today, now that I'm thinking about it. Feeling really good. My knees and my back hurt, but that's kind of typical. They're just a little sore. They just need some love is all. And I should probably drink more water. One more round of marching here, moving it forward and back. And then up next after this, we're going to be doing our double side step. So let's hear, we've still got a few rounds. I love that candle. It smells kind of like baby powder. It's supposed to be Baltic amber. I got it at a really cute pharmacy store. Okay, so we're gonna walk right here, and then step together, step, touch, step together, step, touch. There we go. But it smells like baby powder, which I don't mind. It just smells like somebody set baby powder on fire. Honestly, if I got a bottle of baby powder that smelled like that, I'd be like, ooh, this is so fancy. So I'm not mad. Together, step, touch, step together, step, touch. Let's keep this going. Doing whatever you like with your arms. It's kind of cold in the house today, but that's all right. marching it forward and back. And you may, if you have the space, I feel very fortunate to have the space here in my craft room. I'm kind of going in a V pattern. That way I'm going this way and then this way. And we can cut it down the middle too. One more round of this march. Actually, I'm going to come and march just right here. Engaging through my core. Let's step together, and when you're ready, bring that foot behind and those arms around into skaters. We've got this, you guys. We are good at doing difficult things. And if we're standing at the base of a mountain and looking up at the top of it and being, I don't know how I'm gonna get there. That's okay, just take one step and then take another. And then when you get there, take another. Just one step at a time. Look at how far we've come already. I would not have thought that this was possible. But, so here I find myself standing at the base of another mountain. And I know, because we've done it before, if we just take one step, if we just keep going and doing our best, we will go so far. March it out. One foot in front of the other, and there's no telling where our feet might take us. So, I mean, it's scary. It really is. When we don't have the whole trip planned, I'm a little worried sometimes. Like, ooh, what might happen? I gotta let that go. If you worry, you suffer twice. Which it feels like, I don't want to just abandon my responsibilities, and to not worry about them feels like abandoning them. And I have to remind myself that no, it's saving brain space for the problems that are right here, because I know we're doing our best for our long term. It's all we can do. Taking care of our health like this. We're working every month, because, my financial health is something I worry about constantly. It's coming to a knee up, but every month we're one payment closer to having our van paid off, and we've worked so hard over all these years, over 20 years, to get to debt free, and so we're going to keep working towards it to get there, and we're going to save anything that we can. We're going to do our best, and I have to remind myself and get courage from taking care of our health right now is an investment in our future, because I'm hoping I won't have all those expensive health problems that my father had. Let's get our arms up high and pull down. So I have to remind myself to have faith in the things that are not tangible, and the things that I'm not so great at measuring, at the things that are going to take not days or weeks, but years to sprout and bloom and bear fruit. March it out. Getting the steps in today. We're going trout fishing with our friends tomorrow. I've never in my life gone trout fishing before, and they're letting us use their gear, so I'm so excited. Let's move this forward and back. So a project that I'm a little excited about, that's just a little side project, is I'm going to go through all of my music that we used for these baby steps, because I tried to use different music for each workout. So we have a lot of different, music to choose from. But I'm going to choose which ones I like best, and I'm going to use those for a backtrack for belly dance, like drill practice. Whew, all right, let's come to the center of our space, and we're going to V-step out, out, in, out, out, in. Because I'd really like to do a video, just kind of, if it's helpful to anybody else, amazing. But apparently recording videos of me doing whatever it is that I'm doing helps me stay on track and helps keep me accountable. So thank you guys for being here and watching these videos, because that really, keeps me encouraged to keep showing up. Y'all are helping me so much to change my life in ways that I didn't even know, Right arms, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. But what I'd like to do is like a weekly train with me video. And it's going to be the things that I'm going to be working on that week, and just kind of building almost the same structure as what my belly dance class was, in the sense of week 1, we're working on these few things. Week 2, we still touch on them, but then, okay, let's march. We'll still we'll refresh on what we did on week 1, but we'll add in something else. And we'll work on that all week. And then week 3, we still touch on what we learned in week 1 and week 2, but we add in something else. And so I'm kind of excited to be doing that, and hopefully to share it with y'all, because especially if, some of y'all seem interested in belly dance and are hoop dancers yourselves or poi spinners. So it's like, oh my God, I'm really hopeful that, I'm really excited to see what I can learn from y'all too. So if you're like, oh, maybe try practicing this, or maybe try practicing that, because we all come from slightly different creative backgrounds, so I think it's amazing what we can learn from each other. Marching it out. I'm going to let's get some water. Oh, pardon me, didn't mean to slurp. Marching in place. March. Doing so good. I'm enjoying it. It's a little cool in the house today. Like, it's straight up cold outside. I had to wear a jacket when we went out and about, which makes sense. It's only March, but but I'm enjoying that it's cool weather now, because I'm starting to sweat. I've got my fan going. All right, so we're going to V-step, left leg lead, out, out, in, out, out, in. Very good. But I'm so happy that we did this baby step program, because now whenever it comes to an end, just having accomplished it, I'm really going to try to internalize that feeling of success from accomplishing something so massive. Even though I didn't hit the weight loss expectations that apparently I had, sometimes I'll have unspoken expectations with myself. It's bright arms, up, up, down, down. And that's not fair. For me to set my finish line is to just show up and to just do it. And then I get to the finish line and this voice in my head is like, yeah, but it's like, bitch, I told you, we were just showing up and doing it. So, because when I did the year of yoga, it didn't really sink in right. Like, I'd hoped it would sink in harder, that it's like, I just did yoga every day for a year. Like, this is massive. So it's march in place. So I'm really hoping that I can get like a nice dopamine hit, I guess, off of completing these baby steps. Really, even if I don't, I had one every single day that we showed up. So I get that mood lift. Ooh, ooh. Keep marching in place. Let's make it dancey. We don't have to just be serious. Let's do some snake arms. Still marching with my feet. But gosh, just to have been able to get through the belly dance beginner course was amazing. Like, that was pretty cool. It's still sinking in. I still feel like an imposter, but I want so much to be able to consider myself a dancer, and I feel like an imposter about it. I don't know what my deal is. All right, so we're gonna come into the center of our space again and come into a hamstring curl. So I'm gonna go back to my old fake it till you make it. I didn't feel like an artist for a long time, so I just faked it till I made it, but I had fun making stuff. So I kept with it, and I feel really, really drawn to dance. Like it helps me to express things that I can't put into words, even when I'm just dancing by myself. And I feel like, let's keep this hamstring curl going, and let's add in a bicep curl. There we go. But I feel like belly dance, my belly dance at least, is a dance that I do for myself, that I allow others to see. But, you know, because it speaks to me so much to get to see other people dance. So I feel like, you know, I want to be part of that. You know, maybe I can inspire somebody else to dance too, and maybe one day we can dance together. That'd be cool. Because I've been dancing by myself for so long. Randy finally started dancing with me. He doesn't belly dance, but like, I was like, babe, it's okay. You don't have to be like a professional dancer. Let's march. Like, the whole point is to have fun. Nobody's watching, nobody's keeping score. Let's just have fun. And he's really improved over the years at being able to cut loose and enjoy himself. And I love to get to share that with him. But being self-conscious can be so crippling to a person in our self-expression. And so I work in resistance to this growing self-consciousness and self-doubt that I sometimes find in myself. I think it's important to weed those things out before they become a really big problem. Because yeah, I'll be like, well, I don't want to seem foolish. And it's like, but I am foolish. And you know what? I have fun when I'm foolish. And so whenever I feel myself getting kind of clammed up about it, it's like, well, time to go make a fool of myself on purpose, just to prove to myself that the world's not going to end. My life will not be over. I'm just a silly goose. You know, it's fine. Now let's do a heel tap. Toes up towards the ceiling, tap our heels, tap, 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 tap. There we go. Keep it going. There we are. One more round of these heel taps, but let's add in a chest press. There we go. We are almost halfway done with our workout, y'all. Can you believe that? What do you think of these frequent march breaks? Because honestly, I kind of like it. Speaking of marching, march it out. But yeah, I've been sharing some of my hoop dance videos and like flow arts and stuff here on the channel, as well as I'm Vonster on TikTok. I've been sharing just my flow art stuff over there, just as a way for whenever I'm not feeling that great about myself, like, because whenever I'm like feeling it, I'm like, oh, I got to get the camera and capture this, just to try to prove to myself, girl, you are a dancer. Not always a very good one, but that's not the point. We're here to have fun. And it helps me to remember. And I love it. And I learned so much from watching myself dance as well, like technique-wise, and just seeing things that, I don't know, it makes me feel a little self-obsessed. Like, it's like, should I be watching videos of myself? But it's like, you know, at least I'm not trying to sell something to me, or, you know, being like sitting through a sponsored ad or something. Like today's episode of, you know, Von Stalks Her Chickens is brought to you by Kibble and Bits Chicken Feed. Like, or Preparation H when you're cloaca acre. All right, what are we doing? All right, yeah, we're marching. But yeah, so it's just, I think it's okay to be my own friend. That probably sounds strange, but it's a lonely life. If we can be friends with ourselves, we should. All right, so from here, let's find the center of our space and tap to the front. Tap, 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 tap. Remembering to breathe. Every time we exhale, just let any of that stress just melt right off of you. We gonna make jambalaya for dinner. Jambalaya? I don't know. It's the Zatarans out of a box, so it's super fancy. But we're gonna use some beef kielbasa out of the freezer. We have some frozen shrimp. Let's keep this toe tap to the front going and add in saloon doors. So my hands look like this. They're going from palms out by my shoulders to palms towards the wall when I open them to the back. So I hope that that's helpful to you. Tapping towards the front. Yeah, we're gonna have canned chicken, just because it's easy. Just dump it into the pot. Canned chicken, frozen shrimp. We gotta take the tails off of them. But then the beef kielbasa sausage. And then I'm gonna make up a mess of cabbage and onions to have with it. I've got some onion greens coming up in the garden, so that'll be really nice. And I may make some cornbread just because I think Randy could use a treat. He loves cornbread. He loves it best to put like a glass of milk and put like a wedge of cornbread in it and mash it up, and he'll just eat it like gruel, and it makes him so happy. Like, so yeah, I might make a pan of cornbread. Like, we can have the things that we crave and our comfort foods and the things that, you know, we like to make and are fun to eat. I'm just making sure that it's in with our macros. So, because Randy weighed in and he's almost 40 pounds down, you guys, as well. I've gained a little bit of weight back myself, but I weighed in at like 216 this morning. So that's still freaking amazing. Like, it's not the progress that I wanted, but I've just been able to maintain for 2 months. That's a really big deal. It's been kind of stressful, so maybe I should cut myself a break. All right, we're gonna come. There's a lot of marching today, and I keep talking. I guess going outside and talking to other human beings got my social butterfly mode activated. But I really do maybe I should vent there anyways. Even if I don't think it'll be good money, it might be really nice just to talk to people. All right, let's come back to the center of our space. And tap, 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 tap. There we go. Tap into the sides. Swinging my arms like I'm fancy. Ooh, ooh. I'm such a dork, you guys. I can't help myself. Okay, from here, let's keep that tap out to the side going and add in a shoulder press. March it out. I'm going to do this one moving forward and back, and when that timer goes off, I'm just going to be marching standing in place, and I'm hoping that that'll help keep me from adding in extra march segments. My feet are starting to cramp. We'll take a foot stretch break. Exhaling, just letting everything melt right off. It's almost like my breath is the water coming out of the sink, and I am the dirty sponge that's getting rinsed out. All right, the thing beeps, we're marching in place. But I'm going to take an opportunity to stretch through my feet. I'm just tucking my toes under and stretching through the whole top of my foot. The more we move, y'all, the more I am starting to discover unique ways to feel physical discomfort from strain. I didn't know I had all these little muscles in my feet that could hurt like this, but here we are. But I'm taking that as a good sign that I'm working them out. I'm listening to my body while it whispers, honoring that, yeah, I need to stretch. Tapping to the back. So if you find yourself needing to take a stretch break or something, please do that. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter whether or not we hit our step goal if we're trying to reach our step goal, genuinely, if we're showing up. But if we have to take it slow today, then and we don't hit our step goal, so be it. We still showed up. We still did our work. We just went at our pace and ensured that we can show up again tomorrow. So as we keep this tap back going, let's do a tricep curl, tap, 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 tap. And I'm saying this just as much for myself because future Vaughn, I know you're bad at this. You'll push yourself till you break. Please take it slow and steady because you're gonna go so far. You're gonna go so much farther than what we think we can if we take it slow and steady. And I know that sometimes your engine burns you up and I feel like I've just gotta go 1,000 miles per hour. We don't. Slow and steady. The hardest work is not in keeping ourselves maintaining a fast pace. The hardest work is in letting ourselves go slow and steady. We don't want to be so exhausted from just trying to keep up with where we think we need to be that we're burnt out when opportunity does arise. Let's rest while we can. March it out, get some water. Sorry, I've got to start leaving few notes for future Vaughn because I'm counting on her. But I'm trying to put in the work so that future me can be who I need her to be. Which is a patient, kind, self-possessed person who, if we're just driving the vehicle, who can be in control of the vehicle whenever the roads get slick, whenever the wind is up. Okay, from here, let's come into a wide march. There we go. Cartwheel arms, just like yesterday. But I don't want to just be a fair weather friend to myself. I want to be good at being a good friend when everything's shitty too, you know? Like whenever I am feeling depressed, I need to learn how to be patient and caring towards myself instead of just being like, again, really? I thought we were over this. And it's like, no. So we'll see how that goes. Let's come a little deeper into that cartwheel march. So that's my mental work for today, is being the strong, stable friend that I need within my own self. Because I've got lots of strong and stable friends, actually. I'm very proud of my friend group. Like I'm proud to be their friend because I have such a high opinion of them and their quality of character. You know who you are. But I want to be able to be that kind of friend back to them. So I'm practicing by being a friend to myself. Easier said than done, but that's weeding the garden. I hope that makes sense. I'm probably just rambling, but you clicked on my face, so I'm gonna keep rambling. Let's march in place. Gonna get another sip of water. Oh, that's quite low. I'm just gonna drink out of the bottle. Yeah, we had some ice left over from doing your last tie-dye, and there wasn't any, we didn't even touch the bag once we had started the tie-dye, so there's no risk of chemicals on it. So I went ahead and put some ice in my cup, and I was like, ooh, this is nice. All right, let's come into a nice wide stance. Let's get our guard up. We're gonna go cross, cross, dodge, dodge, cross, cross, dodge, dodge. I don't know if this is actually how you would do this in like a proper martial arts class, but here we are. We're doing something. Cross, cross, dodge, dodge, cross, cross, dodge, dodge. But this is more for like a dance aerobics kickboxing style. Cross, cross, dodge, dodge, cross, cross, dodge, dodge. Keep that going. Dodge, dodge, cross, cross, dodge, dodge, cross, cross, dodge, dodge. And what I'm getting here is a little bit of a crunch, crunch. There we go. March it out. We are getting there, y'all. Is this even tracking my steps? It is. Ooh, look at that go. I've decided what I've been doing since I'm not really worried about hitting 10K exactly right now. I'm just worried about showing up because these hour-long ones every day are kicking my butt. So I've been recording them every other day, and on the days that I record, I don't wear my Fitbit until I come here to do the workouts. That way I don't even have to set it to a workout measuring. It's just clocking my steps. So hopefully that'll bypass me like accidentally pressing it halfway through the workout and not tracking any of the steps. So tech issues. Bah. It made me so happy. All of my fairy sculptures, like the lumpy mushroom bird cafe and the shroomy log. Let's come into a side step. There we go. Step together, step together. With those crazy winds we were having. Let me know if you got touched by that weather. I hope you were all right through it. But neither of them got disturbed by the wind. Like because that was my goal, is I wanted to make them solid enough that we'd have to have some pretty serious weather to, you know, goober them up. So let's add in double jumping jack arms. Step together, bringing my hands together as my feet come together. There we go. Randy's always so patient and kind and patient with me whenever I'm having a really hard day. And so I want to be able to be my best self, to be here for him when he's having a difficult time. So, I mean, and that's so rare, but I can still do my best. Because another thing, if I can be self-possessed enough to, even when things are hard, to be resilient, then I'm more capable of being there to help him when, you know, if he's having a hard time, just like how he's always there for me. So is my hope. I just don't want to be a burden on the people who are there for me when I need them, you know. All right, keeping this marching in place. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, knee, 1, 2, 3, knee. There we go. Knee, 1, 2, 3, knee, 1, 2, 3, knee. And I kind of like doing a little bit of a step together, step, knee, step together, step, knee. And at a fast pace like this, I keep my movements small and tight. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But you also don't have to stick to any pace other than your own. Be wherever you need to be today. March in place, go forward and back. I'm actually gonna check and see how far we've gone into our workout so far. We're doing really good. Like, this pace though. I'm gonna take the next couple of seconds to stretch through my feet. Take a break if you need it. All right, when you're ready, come back into it. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3 side kick, 1, 2, 3 side kick. And I'm just gonna abandon the pace on this one just because form and support and what I'm getting out of that movement is more important to me than step count. Really feeling it up into my hips. Let's keep going for one more round. One, 2, 3, pow. 1, 2, 3, pow. Just a few more. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. Just adding that flare arm up. All right, let's march forward and back. I like this song. Anything that inspires me, as tired and drained feeling as I am, or was before I started my workout, to wiggle and giggle. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. So march or dance, whatever you like. Let's add some hips. I'm guinea pigging this for the belly dance class. Just stepping and shifting my weight into my hips. As always, listen to your body. March it. Just to get our feet in under us. And now we're gonna go, I'm gonna show you from this side. We're going 1, 2, 3, leg lift. 1, 2, 3, leg lift. Three, lift. You might be down here. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. One more round of this. And if you want, add in those arms. Slow and then fast at the top with that little hand flick. If I had my silk veil down here, I'd show you. That really makes a dramatic flare happen with the veil. It's very fun. I love doing it. Wow, it's so fun. Let's march it forward and back, you guys. We're doing so good. We're gonna be winding down into our cool down here shortly. So here I'm doing a vertical shimmy, lifting one shoulder and dropping the other. Boom, boom, go double time or a little faster. Double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, down. It helps me to focus on one side. Down, 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 and just let the other one follow. And then shift my awareness. Down, 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 down. There we go. But isn't that a different movement? What an odd thing to do, but it's fun. Okay, so from here, we are going to go step together, forward and back. It helps me so much to get out of my own head, to get into my body with my mental awareness. And anything that's like a muscle isolation like that, it really entrances my mind and helps me to be right here, right now. I drop my stress and everything and come and hyper-focus in with interest. And I like that. So that's really what's pulling me back into my enthusiasm for dance, is needing that clarity of mind, just to let myself sit in a state of peace so that I can be better able to just deal with existing. Coming forward and back with that. Oh yeah, I love this song. Okay, let's march. And we can even, with that shoulder movement, if we bring it forward, down, back, down, just doing one. And then on the other one, we're forward, down, back, down. Messier on this shoulder, but that just lets me know where to practice. And then if we do them, when the forward, this one's forward, this one's back, down, up, and then smooth it out. It's just me, but I like kind of just breaking down stuff like that in my head, and it helps me to just forget all my worries in the world. So maybe that'll be helpful to you. So from here, let's do that stagger stance, and we're gonna do that jab, cross, step, step, jab, cross, step, step. Now you can stay here, you can add that knee, jab, cross, step, knee, jab, cross, step, knee. Very good, you guys. Cross, step, knee, jab, cross, step, knee. keep that core engaged, like cross, step, knee, jab, cross, step, knee. And I say that when I notice that my core is not engaged. So again, I don't mean to be bossing you around, I'm just telling me what I need to do, and that might be helpful to you as well. Let's march in place. And we can add in some floreos. So we're scooping like we're wiping out a bowl in just one motion. So and we can bring that up and down. Actually, let's bring it into just a hand figure 8. It doesn't matter how you move, just that we're moving. Let's march forward and back. Now we can change direction. I'm leading with my first finger. It's like I'm drawing a figure 8, but I'm just letting all of my other fingers follow. Really stretching and strengthening through my wrists. Now on the left side, step, tap, jab, cross, step, step. There we go. Ooh, my stomach just rumbled. I'm hungry. I'm gonna have one of my favorite, like when I really want something sweet. So I have 3 dates and an ounce of lightly salted mixed nuts. And it is just so sweet and like nice and oily from like the nuts. Oh, so good. If you like that sort of thing. But jab, cross, add that knee if you want. Also, my other favorite snack is cottage cheese with like maybe sometimes I do sunflower seeds. Sometimes if we have the fruit, I love cottage cheese with like blueberries on the side. So tasty. And right within my macros too. There we go. March it out, and as we stand in place, I'm gonna lead with my elbows and just do a nice, as we come up, my shoulders are coming forward, like I'm doing a shoulder roll, but I'm letting my elbows follow, if that makes sense. So I'm really massaging my shoulder blades into a circle. There we go. Let's march again. And we can, I wonder if I can do it the other way. That feels kind of odd, but you know, it's good practice maybe to do it both ways, because I'd love to be able to do like some really like freaky deaky stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna keep marching. Like I'm still working on the thing with my eyebrows. I've made 0 progress, but I'm having fun with it. So all right. From here, we're gonna do that step where we're grounded through our left foot, forward step, back step. And you can make this quite small and add a little hip bump. And I'm fully shifting my weight. So if it helps you to do a little bit of a foot lift, you can, but I like to just kind of keep it there. Add in that hip bump. And from here, we can start turning. I'm gonna try, there we go. And it helps me to kind of break it down into hours on a clock. So we're coming to the front, then we turn to an 1/8, then a 1/4, and then an 1/8, and then we're at opposite side of the clock. Whew. Last one. Right on, and now let's march. Right foot grounded, stepping forward with the left, back with the left. Step, step, forward step, back step, forward step, back step. You can keep it small and add in that hip bump. Do literally anything with your hands other than, I'd call them my T-Rex arms, because for so long it was my go-to. So now we're to the forward. I step with my front foot, front foot leaned back, step to that next hour, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next. And so I've just broken down my space into 8s. There's that one, and then back to the front. And now we can add that step and back, step, back, step, back, step, back, step, back, step, back. I lost track of it, but it doesn't matter. It's just trying to communicate what it is that I'm doing with you in case it's helpful. And not gonna lie, you're my guinea pigs for the belly dance drills that I'm gonna be recording with you guys, because that's one of the turns that I wanna get really like muscle memory, because I can incorporate that with hoop dancing, belly dancing, or poi spinning. And so I think it would be so cool, and I know it's helped my footwork already, to be doing these baby steps. One more round of marching forward and back, just to be able to, I don't feel like I'm tripping over my feet as much. There's still tripping happening, but it's not as bad as it used to be. And it occurred to me, it's like, well, yeah, this is kind of practicing moving on a beat, building up my stamina, my coordination, my cardio health, my endurance. What's the difference between stamina and endurance? I don't know, but I guess I should work on both of them. What do we have next? We have a foot stretch. We're going to shift to the side and just point that toe and then shift and point. Welcome to our cool down. We made it. Oh my God. My poor little beans, like my toes are all cramped. So we can dip down and point. I love this through my ankles. There we go. I'm going to hold on to something, but we can tuck our toes under again. Breath is one of the most powerful tools that we have when we're stretching. Let's trade so that our toes are tucked the other way. Nice deep breath. My breath lets me know I'm changing feet. My breath lets me know when I'm out of my territory. Like if I'm doing like a back bend or something and my breath is straining, I need to come out of it. Like I use my breath as like a change direction on our feet. As a danger zone gauge, I guess. I don't know how else to put it, but within the realm of like how challenging I need to be, easy breath, comfort zone, there's like danger zone breathing, and I don't want to go into that danger zone. So learning to listen to our breath can be really, really helpful, you guys. Let's inhale up. This is actually a really good example. I bet you'll be able to feel the difference. For me, I can feel the tightness around my throat of like my arms and everything being there. And then trying to find ease of breath through our full range of motion. We want to be where that breath is easy, because that's going to let our body know that this is a comfortable and okay place to stretch in. Whereas if our body starts to get tight and we start to hold our breath, that's not going to get us progress in the direction we want. That's how we pull things. Pulling our right arm across, and I'm going to go tuck to the hand, kiss the ring. And that was back from our year of yoga. Again, breathing. You can do those figure 8 hands again if you want. Change direction. And don't be afraid to come out of a stretch and come back into it, maybe from a different angle of entry, just to feel what it feels like to be there right now. Let's change arms. Doing that hand flex and then fold, palm out, palm towards our, or talk to the hand, kiss the ring. I think is the best way to put it. Letting our breath just rinse away any tension, any self-doubt. We are good at doing difficult things. Look at how far we've come. Changing direction with that hand circle. Oh, I'm just super tight and tense through my shoulders today, but let's go ahead and get down to inhale with our feet shoulder width apart. We're gonna exhale, forward fold. You might just be right here with your hands on your thighs or holding on to something, that's okay. But come down and find where you're at in your hamstring stretch today. I'm keeping a nice straight back and really feeling this. Let's inhale and exhale. We can come down and roll our back just a little. Relaxing into that forward fold. This is a place where I have to keep an eye on my ease of breath, because my ambition will want me to be touching the ground, but really my ease of breath is right up here today. And I can exhale and come deeper into the stretch, but come back up to my ease of breath. And that's going to help me to get farther in the long run than pushing and forcing myself into stretches where my breath can't follow me. Really stretching. I like to feel how my calves are doing. Again, it helps me to just mentally be in my body, to like put my hands on my ankles or put my hands on, my toes and feel them as I wiggle them. I'm going to remove my glasses, but while we're here, we can go ahead and put our hands on our face, maybe our scalp. Oh my gosh, I'm going to unclip my hair and let my hair hang. And it just helps me to be right where I'm at. So we can come back up. If you haven't already, that was a long time to be down in that stretch. Oh, but that's what I needed today. Sometimes being upside down helps me to relax like my neck and shoulders, because they're just like, bleh, just like hanging there. So that was really nice. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today for another day of baby steps on our way to 10K a day. Let me know how many steps you got down below. Let's see. 5,439. That's a really big deal. So when considering I didn't even wear it whenever we went out and like walked around the craft show and stuff. So I think I'm on track to be pretty close to where I wanted to be, but I'm going to be, whenever we complete these baby steps, I'm going to be measuring every day and checking in with you guys through our short form, like shorts here on YouTube, the short format videos that we do. Just checking in probably with what I've eaten and how many steps that I've gotten, because that's what I feel like doing. So today's question of the day is pinned down below. My answer's down there. I look forward to reading y'all's answers. Y'all help keep me so much in the right headspace and just motivated to keep showing up. So thank you. And I will see you tomorrow. So until then, you guys, keep on keeping on. Mwah. Bye.